Hey y'all, welcome to the podcast. This is Student Ministry Conversations. I'm your host today, Melissa, and we're doing a couple things different over the summer where we're all so busy that maybe getting a guest isn't just the top of the priority. And so we thought we'd just kind of talk what's on our hearts. And so I am coming off of a mission trip. We just got done this, Friday, and it is currently Wednesday. I am still recovering kind of thing. And so I noticed some different things this year. This is my 10th mission trip. I did the math, 10th mission trip in my years of ministry. And this was the same place that I'd been at before. I've been there 3 times before. But the last time I went was 6 years ago to this one location. And so I expected to be able to do all the same things that I'd done the previous years, to be able to do all of the things with all of the kids all day long, to carry the flood buckets, to participate in all the things. And I noticed a couple of different things. I noticed I was tired, so tired, and that maybe lifting those flood buckets, it was a bit harder, right? They were just heavier, and mostly I was tired. That was the biggest thing. I was so tired, but 6 years older, I've hit that big 4-0 in the past couple of years, and that's a whole new stage of life. But also, I'm now asthmatic, I'm anemic, and so things have just changed within my body, within my life, that made doing those same things harder. So I started thinking about it, and we've got lots of people that go on our mission trips with us that maybe they can't do the same things that they used to be able to do, or they can't do the same things that the rest of us are doing, or they can't do the same things that that everybody else in the group is doing at that same time. If that makes sense. So I had to do some different things, right? I had to slowly walk to places instead of hurrying like I was used to doing, so I could breathe. I was not the one picking up the flood buckets all the time. I had younger college kids to do that, and they can do that, and I don't have to worry about straining something, breaking something, or just being so very tired. I had to delegate. I had to rely on my volunteers more, that I maybe needed to go to sleep at 9 o'clock, and they needed to stay up and play the games and watch the kids for a little bit, and we could trade off on those things. But I had to think about the things that I was doing and how could I do them differently so that we would still have a good time, that we would still get the things done that we needed to get done, and we could still accomplish the reason that we were there, right? The reason of doing the work on this mission trip. And so I was thinking about that, and lots of our volunteers, maybe they have a disability of some sort, that can we find something that they can do instead? When we're looking at serving, if they cannot go build the wheelchair ramp, can they go do something where it is sitting down in an air-conditioned place instead of outside? How can we find ways that are equal? We're all about inclusivity here, but like, how can we find ways that everybody can participate and somebody doesn't feel excluded? It was a big deal on our trip was, the kids, they had different abilities, right? We had our high schoolers that really wanted to and could do the wheelchair ramp. My 12-year-olds, that was not something that was probably a good idea for them to do. Maybe not the best idea for them to be using power tools and saws, but they could do other things like the flood buckets, things like that. So when we're looking at mission trips, how can we think about things that need to change in our lives, maybe things that we need to do differently, but also how can we have everybody included and finding things that everybody can do? And then how can we look at the youth group and see the talents that they have, but also the abilities and the ages that we have in our group, and how can we make that work the best for everybody? So I hope that helps you kind of think about when we're planning for this next year. I get to plan differently, right? I got to find different things to do that maybe I can do just as well. But also, I don't want to hold my kids back, right? I don't want to keep them from building a wheelchair ramp because that really was necessary and cool and neat that they did that. But I didn't need to be out there. I had my 20-year-old college kids. They could go do that. So when I'm thinking about things in the future, I don't need to plan them just because I can't do it. I just need to figure out ways that we can all do it in different ways. So I want you all to have a great week. We're almost done with summer. I hope that if you're at camp, that you're just having an amazing time. Everyone is staying safe. And know that we are here providing resources and support for however you are doing your job at church. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk later.